The mics are hot, and so's the gossip. Let's get into it in 3.
Welcome to In 3. I'm Danielle Graham.
And I'm Callie.
And Cal, I really think we have to start the show talking about Millie Bobby Brown, because we really got into this last week. Millie Bobby Brown and the accusations against David Harbour,
yes,
where there were allegations that she filed a complaint against him for bullying and harassment. So we knew all that.
Yeah.
And then we knew there was a Stranger Things premiere coming out.
Yeah.
And we weren't even sure if David Harbour was going to be there.
Like, I didn't want him there.
No.
I think we were all hoping he would hide his face.
And I certainly wasn't expecting, and I don't think we're alone in that,
no,
to see what we saw, which was a real closeness between them on the red carpet.
It was a full display, a performance, if you will.
What the hell was that?
Like, when I opened my phone and saw the two of them on the red carpet together in what can only be described as like truly a performance, like, yes, intertwined, arms around each other, looking at each other, laughing, joking privately,
complimenting, fussing over one another.
First of all, I was extremely upset.
I know.
Like, and shocked.
Yeah.
And then my thought was, how much were they paid to put on this performance? Because at the end of the day, they are actors.
That's exactly right.
And I thought Netflix must have had some words for them and told them they better come correct.
You better come correct.
Yeah.
I thought the same thing, and so many of our listeners sent it to us because everyone was like, what am I seeing here? This is crazy.
Yeah.
The bottom line is this: Millie Bobby Brown is a vocal young woman.
Yeah.
She uses her voice. She speaks up.
Yeah.
She calls out.
Yeah.
She is not afraid to say what needs to be said.
No.
If the rumors of those allegations she allegedly made against him for bullying and harassment weren't true, if he was being falsely accused of those things, she would have said something. She would have come out and said, no, we have a great relationship.
100%.
This is terrible reporting. Stop spreading these rumors.
Yeah.
And she didn't. She didn't say that.
Yeah.
Now, I think it's possible that an investigation took place and it's closed and it's over. I don't disbelieve that something happened.
Yeah.
Something took place on that set.
Well, I agree. And I think there was a moment where people were like, oh, well, maybe this rumor that there were these allegations and this complaint towards him were untrue because it came from Daily Mail first.
Of course.
And obviously, we know that Daily Mail is not super reliable. But I think we have enough evidence. And as you said, I think that more people would have spoken up. Netflix would have spoken up. Millie would have spoken up to say these are categorically false and stop spreading these rumors. But I think the other evidence that we have that there was an issue that was rectified is that the producer and director, Sean Levy, I didn't actually know that he was the producer and director, but of Deadpool fame.
Of course.
He is the producer and director. He was on the red carpet on Thursday of last week and said, he said when someone asked him about this specifically, he said, I've read a bunch of stories and they've ranged from wildly inaccurate to, and then he didn't finish his thought. So obviously the in between that he didn't say is they've ranged from incorrect to moderately correct,
right,
to like close to the truth.
Yes.
And he stopped himself and then he said, there's so much noise around it, but the truth is that we view this crew and this cast as a family, so we treat each other with respect, and that's always been the bedrock. The creator, Ross Duffer, was also on the red carpet, and he said, when he was asked specifically about it, he said, we've been doing this for 10 years with this cast. We're all family and we deeply care about each other. So nothing matters more than having a set where everyone feels safe and happy. What he didn't say was this didn't happen.
No, and what he started off by saying was, obviously you understand I can't get into personal on-set matters.
Right.
So if there was no matter, why are we saying the word matter?
Exactly. So there was a matter.
Something happened.
Variety reports that a source with knowledge of the situation confirmed to them that there was an investigation into Brown's complaint and that it was resolved before the red carpet.
Okay. So it's resolved. Now it is rumored that he isn't going to do press, like the junket day, which is where all the press comes in and do the interviews.
Too busy.
He's too busy, and it was long scheduled this way.
Sure.
I don't believe that to be true. Now don't make us feel like morons. We know better than this.
Yeah,
of course,
exactly.
Right? Or don't try to make us feel like idiots.
Don't gaslight us.
No.
I'm sad about this because at the end of the day, what this is doing is it's letting him get away with bad behavior. We talked about last week that like an allegation like this should and could get in the way of his career in the future. But by coming on the red carpet and doing this whole dance with him and making it seem like not only are they good, they're great.
Yeah.
She
really
loves
oversold
him.
it.
Really oversold it.
Yeah.
The quotes from her about their relationship and from him about how much love there is between them. Like, it's just going to let him get off scot-free. Yep. And I don't believe that even if it was resolved, if that behavior if that took place, fine. You guys have made amends. That's great. You're still a shitty human.
Right.
Millie is sort of feeding into this system by not standing strong in this, like, I was treated unfairly and I don't want to stand with this person. Maybe you still appear on the red carpet, you do your job.
Sure.
But this display I felt was over the top and unnecessary. And,
I agree.
And I don't like what it means for his future. But I also understand that, we talked about this last week. She doesn't want to kick up a lot of dust. She wants to be, as women, we don't want to be the ones to rebel always. We don't want to be the ones to be called difficult. So, if Netflix came to her and said, listen, we need to sell this season, it has to be successful, she felt she needed to come and do this.
Right. She's also a new mom who could also be like, you know what? I can't really take all this on right now.
This
so
isn't
I need to just keep it moving. The show is done. We're wrapping up the final bit of press here.
Let me just move
Let
on.
me just keep it moving.
Yeah, fair.
Which is also a possibility.
Yeah.
But, I'm glad we addressed that because it was a weird week.
It was weird.
It was weird. It was really weird. Grammy nominations also came out.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about the Grammy noms, Cal?
Honestly, there was a couple of surprises for me.
Okay.
Well, we should say Kendrick Lamar was the top nominee with 9 noms. Lady Gaga, no surprise, 7 nominations.
Oh,
that
God,
was
yeah.
a monstrous, no pun intended, hit album. And then, of course, Bad Bunny and Sabrina Carpenter.
Love.
Both have 6 noms,
Yeah.
which is great. The Biebs.
The Beeves.
Swag. Nominated 4 noms.
I mean, I love this for Justin.
Yeah.
It puts a little bit more wind in his sails,
Yeah.
and it keeps him in this great place we see him in. He seems focused and happy and all of that.
But
the albums,
yeah.
you know how I felt. We've talked about this at length. I don't get it.
Clearly they didn't love Swag 2. They only loved Swag 1.
Right.
And I disagree. I think it was the opposite.
Tate McRae.
Yeah.
So happy for her.
But one nomination,
Yeah, for the F1 song.
I think that was a huge snub.
Okay. You think there should have been more for like the whole album?
Because I listened to all these albums.
Yeah.
And it's no shade to Sabrina, but Tate's album was 100 times that album, in my opinion. Very different music.
Very.
But I think Tate's album was like really a standalone moment. And she's having such a moment that I felt like that was
There could have
not
been,
a reflection of like how good this album was and
Could have
how
been
hard
more.
she's been working.
Yeah.
And Gracie Abrams.
The song that took over our feeds, our lives.
Yeah.
Like, where was that so true?
Completely shut out.
Totally surprised by that
don't-
one.
well,
She's
why
had
would that
such a
be?
massive year. I don't know. It's always been a bit weird, the Grammys. They've never really made a lot of sense.
It's kind of like the People magazine Sexiest Man Alive.
Right.
Like, they're just a little out of touch.
A little, like, yeah, catch up, y'all.
Quick, cute story. Remember Millie Vanilli from the 90s?
Please.
Okay.
Of course.
So Millie Vanilli in 1990 won the Grammy for Best New Artist.
Right.
And then it was revoked when it was the scandal about lip syncing, right?
Which is, I mean, if you look at today's world, who isn't lip syncing?
Yes. Well, it wasn't them at all.
Oh,
Yeah. Like it was a whole different person singing the song. So they took it away. That's the only time they've ever done that. But redemption moment.
oh,
The surviving member of the Millie Vanilli duo released a memoir with an audiobook, and it's been nominated in the audiobook category. So they could get their
I
Grammy.
want that for you,
Me
Millie
too.
or Vanilli, whoever
Yes,
is
either
is still
one.
with us. Wow, that is a story of
Just a fun
redemption.
fact.
Just close that loop a little bit.
Yeah. You're welcome.
I really wasn't expecting some Millie Vanilli
Updates,
news
yeah.
on today's show.
Well, I'm here to please.
Thank you for that. And I really
Little water
appreciate
cooler chat.
that is quite a moment. Okay, today's show.
Yeah.
The big three.
Yes.
It'll start off with the big birthday bash.
The big the 0070.
Yeah, 0070 Kris Jenner's birthday bash that everyone was at.
Yeah, literally.
No, this guest list was like Met Gala and Oscars and Grammys.
Yes.
And Golden Globes. This was everybody.
Everybody.
In one space.
Uh-huh.
There's a lot there. And we're also going to talk about Kim and what's happening.
Yes.
In the Kardashian world.
Mm-hmm.
Then Meghan and Harry have given us some things to talk about this week.
Sure have.
Meghan's returning to acting.
Mm-hmm.
Harry was in Toronto.
Yes.
And a lot more.
Poppygate.
All of it.
All the things.
Lots happening.
Yes.
And then we are going to talk about Wicked for Good because it is officially taken over the world.
It's back, baby. In a big way.
So big.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. It's all consuming.
Yeah.
You cannot avoid it if you wanted to, and you shouldn't want to because it's joyful.
Yeah, it is very joyful.
It is.
It's really good for the soul, this content.
It is.
Yeah.
And we're going to see, just peek around the corner and see what's going on with Ari and Ethan Slater.
Let's do
as
that.
well.
Yeah, let's do that.
And then at the end of the show, we have a gift.
Yes, we are going to share the interview with the Real Housewives of London.
Yes.
Nessie and Juliet.
Yes.
That was such a fun convo.
It was.
A really playful bunch.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's coming to you at the end of the show. The Real Housewives of London season 1 plus all of the reunion shows are on Hey You right now. Let's get into the big three.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, so Kris Kardashian, as we said, turned 70. Kris Jenner.
No, I was doing the same thing. She has just become...
Yes.
I mean, I don't know why she doesn't just change it.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It's so true.
Yeah.
She turned 70. 0070 birthday party, as you said.
70 in chronological age, but about 35 in face.
In the face.
In the face.
Yeah.
People are talking about why she's always wearing gloves now.
Why?
Because she was called out for the face not matching the hands now. So now she's exclusively wearing gloves.
They say that's the tell.
It is.
The hands are the tell. But girl, we know you're 70. You just had a 70th birthday.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
You're good.
You're fine.
Mm-hmm.
The James Bond theme party,
yes.
which was, quite a to-do. $6.5 million was the price tag on this party.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shoot.
Hosted at Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez's home.
Yeah, their $165 million mansion.
In Beverly Hills.
Mm-hmm. Who picked up the tab for this?
I saw that the kids kicked in the money for it. So maybe they did one of those split-wise things. It's like, Kim, you're in for 2.
Right.
Or is it based on your income?
It's like a scale? It's like a percentage
Rob,
of...
$10. Rob, you pick
How
up
many
the
pairs
Uber.
of socks have you sold this year?
Exactly.
Okay, you're fine.
I don't. Maybe
I don't even think he was there. I didn't see any pictures of him.
I didn't either, actually. But
he's probably like, I'm good.
Everybody else was there.
Everybody else,
including there were at least 9 billionaires in attendance at this party.
Well, I saw Bill Gates. I saw Zuckerberg.
Yes.
Obviously Bezos.
Yes. Kim is a billionaire.
Kim's a billionaire.
Who I don't know who. Oprah, billionaire.
Oprah. So that's 5.
Is Tyler Perry a billionaire? No.
He might be.
Big millions.
Close,
but anyway.
Close. Oh, and Beyonce and Jay-Z.
There you go.
There you go.
And there's more. So we just named most
and there's
of them.
more. Yeah, of course.
The combined worth over $600 billion
Dear
in
Lord.
that home for this
Imagine
party.
the security they had to have.
I thought that.
Crazy.
I thought that. So the guest list, as we mentioned, pretty heavy hitting. Oprah, Mariah, Adele, Jay-Z, Beyonce, Martha Stewart, Snoop Dogg, the Biebs.
Yeah.
Paris Hilton. There was everybody was there. Did I miss anybody?
I thought the funniest guests are the most kind of random. Vin Diesel?
Vin Diesel. Yeah.
I did see a lot of Vin Diesel content.
I did
Vin
too.
Diesel con.
Front and center.
How does he get in there?
I don't know.
Because I was trying to think there weren't a lot of other action stars. I didn't see The Rock there. I didn't see Mark Wahlberg.
You're right.
Vin Diesel though. He's right in there. He was posing with all the girls.
He was. Front and center.
Random.
Very random.
Yeah.
I haven't heard his name in a while. I actually kept him off my list because he didn't feel like I could put him in the sentence with Oprah and Mariah and Jay-Z and Beyonce. I can't go from there and pivot into Vin Diesel.
But there he is.
But there he was. Bruno Mars performed.
Yeah.
Apparently it was such a wild party that the police were called a couple of times for noise complaints because the noise ordinance in Beverly Hills is taken very seriously. Noise past 10 p.m. is no joke there. It's a very, very serious thing.
I have a couple questions about that.
Okay, tell me.
Well, the first thing is like, this is what did you say? $6.5 million event. And they couldn't talk to the neighbors in advance to say, hey, you know, we're having a big shindig. How can we make this right for you? There's going to be a little bit of noise. Could they have put the whole neighborhood up in a hotel? They're billionaires.
Yeah, they
Put
are.
them up in a hotel. Do something. Do something.
Or, now you've just opened up a thought. Are they disliked deeply in the neighborhood?
That's what I was going to say.
Your neighbors don't like you. That's
Right.
what this is.
Because anytime there's a complaint, and because it wasn't just about the music, it was also about these fake hedges that they erected to give privacy, which they didn't get a permit for, which is like, buddy, just get a permit.
Right.
So those types of complaints have to come, like, the cops aren't just driving by and thinking, hey, do you have a permit for that? No, your neighbors are the ones that call that in and say,
right.
I don't think they have a permit and they've put these things out on our street and we don't want them there.
And the hedges were there for privacy so that nobody could see. But
and then they had to take them down mid-party. Because it would be one thing if it was a fine. Because obviously, actually, I think the Bezos home actually has hedges that cost him like $1,000 a week in fines, and he doesn't care because he has that kind of money. But if it's going to disrupt the party, which I think it sounds like this did, I would think that they wouldn't want that.
Of course not.
And I would think that if they intended on having privacy for everybody and then had to take down those privacy measures, that would probably be a bit of an issue for some of those guests.
Yeah, probably.
So I just thought you had the biggest party of the year. You spent all these millions of dollars. You have this big party planner, and you guys didn't think to work ahead of this.
Or your neighbors just really, really, really don't like you, and no matter what you did,
or
you
it
would
was
have
a
had
losing
complaints.
battle.
I really do think that they probably aren't in great favor in their neighborhood. That's what that sounds like.
Or in the world.
Or in the world. And that's kind of how I feel about this whole party. Yes, it was fun to look at the photos, and of course everyone is entitled to celebrate a big birthday. And you know, she does have a wonderful circle and all of those things. Yes. I just don't know that this is the look right now to show off this really gross display of wealth and quite frankly waste.
Yeah.
At a time when people are struggling and the world is in upheaval and it's really difficult for a lot of people just to live, I think this is tone deaf. And I don't want to say that it's on these people who are, as we said, worth a combined $600 billion in that room to solve all the world's problems. I don't think that's fair to say. But I think the wealth in that room and the money that was spent could have been spent in other ways. Or if you have this party, just kind of keep it low key.
Or make sure that everybody's donating.
Okay, that was the other thing.
Could there be a charitable component to this?
I looked and I looked and I looked and I looked to see, was there a charitable element to this birthday party? Were we making donations on behalf of or in contribution to? I did not see that.
No, but that would have helped.
It would have helped
the narrative a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think you're exactly right. And I think the world feels the same way. The Reddit comments were scathing.
Right.
And a lot of people wondering, some of the guests were a little bit surprising. Like, we know that the Oprahs are friends with them. But, you know, even Beyonce and Jay-Z being there, I think people were disappointed to see them. Although I do think that Beyonce did not want to be seen. I think there was no paparazzi shots of her coming in. It was rumored that maybe they had their own private entrance set up so that she wouldn't be photographed. And then who posts a photo of her? Her mom, who's always the leak. Tina Knowles cannot figure it out. So I'm wondering if Beyonce is kind of like, damn it.
Mom,
I told you I didn't want to be seen.
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting that Beyonce was there. If you remember, obviously Kim was married to Kanye. We know that. Yeah. Kanye and Jay-Z used to be besties.
Yeah.
When Kim was married to Kanye, there was a lot of rumors that Beyonce would have none of it. She did not want Kim in her presence. That was very much beneath her.
Yes.
She did not want to
dabble in the low rent world of Kim Kardashian.
Exactly. And then so to see Beyonce there now, first of all, they all have a common enemy now, which is Kanye. And that always helps unify.
It sure does.
And unite people.
Nothing brings together people
like a common.
It's true.
Like a common enemy.
Yep.
And also, I think that, you know, Kim's brand, I think it's a reflection of the Kardashian brand, that it has grown in prestige in that community, and then also the adjacency to the Bezos.
Right.
And I think for better or for worse, everybody in Hollywood wants to be close to them because of their extreme wealth and the opportunities that come with being near them.
Yep.
From a financial perspective, from a getting projects off the ground perspective, you know, and all of that.
But if you're the Bezos family and you know that people want to be around you because of your wealth.
Oh, I think he loves it.
Oh, I just think that's so gross.
No.
But of course they love it. There's no way they don't love it. They bought friends. They bought into
literally
the world that everyone wants to be into. They have the ticket and the money to get into this world, and that's what they've done. I just would like, for me as a human being with integrity and who values like deep and meaningful friendships, there is nothing worse than somebody wanting to be friends with you for all the wrong reasons.
100%.
Like, that is vile to me.
But I think that tells you a lot about the people that they are.
Yeah, and the people that were there, truly.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear about the Justin Bieber controversy?
At the party? Mm-hmm. No, I saw a lot of photos of the Biebs, and it looked like he was
living his best life.
just really bowing down to the queen on her birthday.
And over the top, like happy dancing.
Oh, yeah.
All over it, posing with all the girls.
What'd I miss?
Well, when he got out of his car to enter the party, he had a mysterious powder substance on his pants. I actually have
You have an image for me?
for you.
Okay, we'll put this in the photo book,
Just
so
so
look
you
for that
can
on
see it.
our page. Okay. That is
So
yeah.
it's a white powdered stain,
near the
like on his lap.
Crotch
So he
lap.
got out of his car, and that's what it looked like. So people are wondering and speculating on what that could be, especially given his enthusiasm at the party.
Yeah.
What we don't see, and that a lot of outlets cut out of the pictures, is that he's also smoking a cigarette.
Oh.
So I'm wondering if maybe it's ash
Oh, okay.
from his cigarette.
Maybe.
And I want to give him that benefit
Okay.
of the doubt. And I think he was just happy to be there.
Okay.
And he was smoking a cigarette. I didn't know that Justin Bieber was a smoker.
I was just going to say that to you. We know he likes his weed. I did not know he smokes ciggies
Yeah.
at all.
Well, there you go.
Okay. Should we talk about the fact that Harry and Meghan were there
Yeah.
at the party? And while Kris and Kim and lots of the Kardashian Jenner people posted many photos and carousels, some carousels, upwards of 20 photos within the carousels. And we did see the Beyoncés of the world and the Jay-Z's of the world and everybody else in there. We did not see a Harry and Meghan photo
It's
from
actually
anybody.
not true.
It isn't true? But no, wait.
No.
They were there and then they were deleted?
Yes.
That part.
Which is weird.
It is weird.
So why do you think that so Kim posted a photo with her and Meghan, like a arm in arm photo that was taken obviously by a photographer. She put it up and quickly took it down. So my feeling is obviously Meghan like sent her a message and was like, get rid of this.
Why?
Do you
Was
think
it a
she
bad
didn't
photo?
like how she looked?
That's the only reason.
Because I saw the photo when it popped up and I was like, oh, okay. She's posing with Kim. That's crazy. And my first feeling was it wasn't a super flattering photo.
It wasn't.
No, in my opinion, like it was a nice photo.
Okay, so
but
that
if I
tracks
were
for you.
her, just looking at it the way that we look at ourselves, like she's beautiful, she looked great.
Right.
But if I were her, I would, you know, when you see a photo and you're like, oh, she's not gonna like that.
Yes.
That's kind of my feeling.
Okay, so then why did Kris pull her photo of Meghan down? Because Kris had photos up too.
Oh, did she? I don't know. Like, what did you think of her outfit? Because maybe she just looked back and was like, that outfit wasn't not it. And I don't want too many photos of me in it.
Well, maybe because it didn't look. They came from the Baby to Baby Gala with Serena Williams event. And then they went from there right to the Kris's birthday party. I do agree that Meghan's outfit was not of the night because it was a themed night and it was really over the top in the way that people were dressing to be on theme with this 007 moment. There was couture, there was gowns. It was like people really came and they brought it. And she was in a black turtleneck and a black skirt.
Right.
So maybe that's it. Maybe she was like, oh, I really didn't get the memo about the dress code.
And
there.
I think Meghan has had really chic moments with really beautiful couture outfits, and this was just not one of them. And so maybe she chose the wrong time to to kind of like downplay her fashion. You know, it doesn't feel great to be
uncomfortable.
The least dressed person in the room.
No.
Especially when you're one of the most high profile people.
Yeah.
I think it was kind of a cool moment. Like, remember when Sharon Stone wore like a Gap t-shirt to the Oscars?
Yeah.
And it's kind of a vibe. I think if you just like intentionally embrace it, like, it's fine.
I don't think she can throw a vibe though.
No.
Like Sharon Stone can throw
the
a
problem.
vibe. This is the problem.
This is the problem.
Yes. And we will get into more of Meghan in a little bit.
Yeah.
I popped over there.
Yeah, no, it was a big thing to pop into.
Yes.
I did want to talk about Kim's new show.
Yeah, of course.
Can we get into that?
Yes.
Okay, so All
Please.
Is Fair is officially out. I just watched the 4th episode this morning on the treadmill. I am, of course, watching.
You are the only one.
Well, that's not true because 3.2 million people watched it, being the most watched Hulu title in 3 years.
Okay.
I think people are watching because it's like the more press it gets for being bad, the more press it gets.
It's
and
true.
then people are like, I need to see this.
Yeah. Because it started off with a 0% tomato and I think
now,
it's up to 5%.
4.
Yeah. Look at us.
It's growing.
I love your outlook on this.
Listen, did we expect this to be a Emmy winning performance and script? I sure didn't.
Okay, not from her, but from the other people in the show.
But they are very good.
But the show itself has been called an atrocity.
Yes.
The worst TV show of the year. Fascinatingly, existentially terrible.
That part though.
Okay.
But fascinating is the key word because it is. It's bizarre.
But it's so bad that it's fascinating.
Yes.
Okay. Because
it's kind of like a dog that's so ugly it's cute. Like,
got it. Got it.
You know?
Yes. But because it has, if you look at the poster or you see the names, it's Naomi Watts, it's Niecy Nash Betts, it's Sarah Paulson, Tiana Taylor, Glenn Close. Like Glenn flippin' Close has 8 Oscar noms. Naomi Watts has 2 Oscar noms.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, even if Kim Kardashian is the weakest link of this show, which she was going to be in this cast.
Yeah.
All, of course.
Yeah.
I didn't think the show was going to be an abomination.
Oh,
with this cast.
I guess knowing Ryan Murphy, I knew it was going to be campy as hell.
Okay.
And campy and cheesy and like the lowest bar of everything. Which I think Ryan Murphy is kind of known for, this like very campy, very dramatic,
very
kind
much
of
so.
silly a little bit. And so I did expect it to be like that. I think people are cringing at some of the dialogue. I mean, Sarah Paulson gives a Sarah Paulson performance.
She's amazing.
It's ridiculous. Like, I'm obsessed with her. And their chemistry is all very good. And you can tell by this crazy press tour with these crazy outfits and they're all over the world together that these girls like each other.
That's great.
Like, say what you want about whoever, but I don't think they could fake liking Kim that much. They obviously get along. They had a good time.
That's great.
You can feel that in the show. The fashion is crazy and amazing to look at. Kim is amazing to look at, period. And I think in a room of these Oscar winners and legends, she didn't bomb as badly as I think she could have. It's not good. Her performance is not good, but it's not like unwatchable. It's still watchable.
Well, you're still in.
Like, listen, I'm pot committed.
Yeah.
Okay. And I also, like, as I've talked about, love having content for the treadmill. So I'm not a great benchmark because I just consume a lot.
Yes.
If you only have an hour in your day, this is not going to be the show that you watch. Okay.
That's a
if
good
you're
review.
a consumer of pop culture and you're a consumer of these sort of like fun, campy shows and that's your vibe, this is the one for you.
Okay. Last little bit of Kim news. She shared that she did not pass the bar exam. But honestly, she's determined to keep going. I think that's amazing.
I do too.
I read something. So the bar exam in California is one of the hardest ones. There's 2 opportunities a year to take it. Last July's group, only 53% of people pass. Like, it's very hard to pass this. So she's got another chance coming up in Feb and another chance next July to make that happen.
Yeah.
And I really do admire her tenacity and her determination to do this. I'm currently trying to relearn long division with my grade 4
No.
kid, and I have never felt more stupid in my life.
You are a brave woman.
I feel dumb. I'm taking it to ChatGPT. I don't know how. Randall and I are both just like, what? How do you do this? So the fact that this woman is studying so hard to try to earn this law degree, I think it's pretty great. Pass the bar. I think it's great.
I agree.
Let's move on to Harry and Meghan.
Yeah.
Lots happening. And this was a shocker to me that Meghan is making a return to acting.
Yeah.
In a movie called Close Personal Friends. Brie Larson and Lily Collins.
Yep.
This is a movie produced by Amazon and MGM Studios.
So that would explain her attendance at the
party.
Bezos home.
There, I was like, why is she there?
Right.
Now this makes sense.
Yes.
But it makes more sense if they're saying that this was a kind of a one-off thing that she's doing. She's playing herself in this.
Yeah.
She did one little day on set. But if she was doing this as a one-off, you wouldn't go to that party. You would go to that party if you plan to make more of your acting career or to kind of revive your acting career, I think.
Or if you were potentially going to take all your projects that used to be with Netflix and bring them over to Prime.
Oh.
So
Callie, that's great.
Remember that Netflix now just downgraded their deal.
That's right.
From this $100 million deal to
Mega
a first look deal, which means that they have first right of refusal, but they can opt out.
That's right.
Which I think that they're probably considering doing, considering how abysmally with Love Meghan has done for Netflix. Like the second season, like barely scratched the surface of what we even saw on the platform.
I didn't see one episode.
And
I didn't get it even fed in my Netflix algorithm.
It wasn't suggested. And if it's not suggested to me, I don't know who it's suggested to.
So true.
I think that she's positioning herself with the Bezoses in this film at the party and all the things because she's looking for a new home for her projects. At the Fortune event last week, she had a quote talking about the Netflix deal and saying that now it's been downgraded to a first look deal, but it's very exciting because it gives us flexibility to go to our partners first. And then at the same time, shop content that might not be the right fit for Netflix, but has a home somewhere else.
That's exactly what this is.
That part. So I think we can see with Love Meghan or whatever is next on Prime next time.
You absolutely have called that. That's what's happening. That was the reason for her presence at that party. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Wow. I think a return to acting makes sense, though. I wasn't. There's been obviously some misses here. I think that we've talked about the With Love, not a great hit.
Yeah.
We're not alone in those thoughts. The podcasts haven't taken off. There's been a lot that really didn't resonate. She's a decent actress and she was really well liked on Suits and people like her performance and they like her as an actress, and you live in California and this is your background. It makes of all the things she's done, this actually makes the most sense to me.
Right.
Go back.
Yeah.
Go back and do this. I'm for it, actually. I think it's well aligned.
Yeah.
With her talents.
And I think she's running out of options.
That part too.
Right? Because she's done all the other things.
My question is, though, if she's playing herself, is she playing Meghan Sussex or is she playing the Duchess of Sussex? Is the Duchess name going to be named in this production? Is the Duchess of Sussex going to be on the credits?
Right.
I'm willing to bet this home that I live in that the Duchess of Sussex is going to be front and center.
Oh my God.
Don't you think?
Yes.
She's not going to just be Meghan.
No, and she doesn't know how to play it cool. She just doesn't.
No.
She just doesn't.
No, you're right.
Yeah, so we'll see, but I'm sure whatever it is, it's probably going to be relatively cringy.
Yeah, probably.
The other thing that people are talking about with Meghan is there's some chatter that she might be launching or planning to launch a beauty brand.
Okay.
Because she was invited to an entrepreneur's event with Emma Grede. Is that how you say her name?
I think so. I love her.
I love her so much.
I love her.
She's the CEO and co-founder of like Skims and Good American and so many things. She's a dragon, an incredible investor and advocate for women in business.
She's amazing.
She invited Meghan as her guest of honor at an entrepreneur's dinner last week. So there's some chatter that usually when Emma does something like that, it's usually because she's backing someone in a new project. And in a couple of Instagram posts, remember Meghan went to New York and did all the content around her trip to New York?
Yes.
Every time they showed her at a makeup table, there was unlabeled, sort of monochromatic, nude colored cosmetics.
Like samples almost.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So
I mean, it makes
I wouldn't be
sense.
surprised if we saw her trying to launch a makeup brand.
In the As Ever world?
Maybe, or maybe like in its own category. I think As Ever is going to phase out.
Okay.
Because I just think it's not working.
It's not, but the beauty and especially skincare makes so much sense because she is so known for that gorgeous luminescent skin and that very little makeup, almost no makeup look. It looks as though she just like pinches her cheeks and puts on a little like one swipe of mascara.
Totally.
Her skin is incredible.
I actually think this would be a great fit for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really could work
Yeah.
and sell
Right.
because she always looks incredible.
100%. And if she's doing this with Emma, I think it has a chance. Because Emma is the key piece here of actual operations and of the things that are missing from her other businesses. I think Emma makes up for that. And I think you're right with Meghan's look and, her gorgeous skin and those differentiators. It actually could be a winning combo.
It could. The key would be she would have to listen to Emma
and hand over
and
control.
Exactly. And listen to the expert and people who know what they're doing, because that's where things have gone wrong in past projects from what we've heard. What about hubby Harry, who was in Toronto? Yeah, he was here. He loves it here.
I love him so much.
Oh my gosh, he's so cute, and he's so playful, and I really love seeing that side of him. So he was here for the True Patriot Love Foundation dinner. He talked about his love of the city.
Where was our invite?
Honestly, he talked about how the city provided him a wife, and how Toronto hosted the Invictus Games, and for all those reasons, he's got this very special place in his heart for our city, which I love. He was called out for the Dodgers hat,
yes,
and I love the way he handled it because he knew it was wrong, and he knew he shouldn't have worn it, but he said, he was at the World Series with Meghan in the Dodgers hat, and he said, we were invited by the owners. Like, I'm under these floodlights. I have very little hair on the top. I was given a hat and I felt like I had to wear it, but I know it was wrong.
Harry, go to Turkey. Get yourself a nice little transplant. I honestly don't understand why those boys don't do that.
I know.
Because they could both use a little Turkey trip.
They could.
Nobody would judge them for it.
No.
They both have he either needs to shave it off completely, or he needs to do something about it.
I know.
I thought it was very sweet that I'm just joking. I think it was very sweet that he, it has this self-deprecating, I'm balding if you hadn't noticed, and I had to wear the hat.
And I think funny and charming and witty. Yeah.
That genuine, authentic stuff is the stuff that Meghan's missing.
Yeah.
Because she would never make a joke about her shortcomings or about the things that we might point a finger at and giggle about. I think that's what Kim's really good at, is kind of being like, haha, I know it's the most critically acclaimed show. Like I'm in on the joke. Yeah. And Harry did that here. And I think it's so endearing.
It is.
And I think I just wish that she would embrace more of that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
No, I love seeing him talk like that. It was wonderful.
There was a little bit made about the fact that he wore a poppy to Kris's party and she did not.
Yes.
Obviously, Remembrance Day is a massive deal in the UK.
It is.
And for the royals. I think her not wearing a poppy, she has previously in all of the years, even since they left the royal family, she has always worn a poppy on Remembrance Day.
I didn't know that.
So her not doing that this year, I think, was a bit of a statement.
Okay.
A source said she couldn't get one, like there was none available to her. I call bullshit.
Yeah, he's worn it all month.
Yeah, and he was in stop.
Like, of course, there's poppies here.
It's
you can
also
get them
like
over
you
there.
could buy them on Amazon,
right?
You were just with the Bezos. But I think that her deciding not to wear it felt like a bit of a rebellion, and I think that it's part of them deciding to not be a part of the royal family is that she has the choice to wear it or not wear it. And that's her choice. But then what doesn't make sense is for her to keep reaching for that connection to the royal family.
That's right.
So which one is it?
Yeah.
Actually, I was talking to James about that this morning, and he was like, it's kind of like the cyclists who sometimes decide that they want to go by vehicle rules and sometimes decide they want to go by pedestrian rules. And I'm like, actually,
that's so true.
That's the most genius representation of the issue. She's like, sometimes.
Which are you?
Which one? You got to pick.
You got to pick a lane.
And actually, you already did pick.
You left.
Right. Therefore,
under the cover of
drop
darkness.
the Duchess, drop the HRH, drop all of that.
Right.
Stop it. And don't wear the poppy.
That's it.
I respect that choice.
Yeah.
Don't wear it. But then you can't come on knocking back and calling yourself the DS and the HRH.
No, you can't. You can't do that. And this is the issue that everyone has. And this is why people have a hard time just getting there with her.
Yeah.
It's hard to get there.
Yeah.
When there's a lot of, dichotomy.
Okay. Are we ready?
Yes.
Okay.
It's happening. It's happened. Callie has come bearing gifts, which are,
As usual.
yes, I know you do feed us well on the show. Thank you.
Okay. So for those who are listening and can't see, we both have a plate with 2 pieces of toast and some marmalades. There's 2 kinds. One is the apricot spread and one is the orange marmalade.
Okay. Complete and topped with the floral sprinkles.
The flower sprinkles.
Yeah, beautiful.
So
I'm going to say something.
Yep.
This is like what, a foot from my face. It smells incredible.
does it?
It smells so good.
Okay. Let's see how it tastes. So the one with the sprinkles in the center.
Okay.
This is the
Megan's, which one? As ever.
This is the apricot spread.
Okay.
So let's take a bite.
It smells amazing. That's very good. That's very good.
I do like that.
I like that a lot. Are we going with the other one now?
Let's go with the other one.
And
This
which one
the
is?
orange marmalade. Don't like this one as much.
That's not for me, but I've never liked a marmalade.
I've never liked like an orange jam.
It's got that bitterness of the rind in it, which is why
You're
I don't
right.
like it.
That's what it is. Little bitterness.
But this apricot is something.
That's tasty.
That is tasty.
I went out on a limb. I wouldn't have normally bought the orange marmalade, but it was the only one that was available.
That's a 5 out of 5 for me.
Okay.
That's really
And
good.
you are like a bit of a jam connoisseur.
I make my own.
All right. Well, there you go, Megan.
That's very good. See, so for everybody who says we're not nice to Megan, we're very nice to Megan.
No, we want to see her win.
We do. I love the beauty line. Keep doing your acting. This apricot thing is delish.
The issue with, actually getting the product,
Yeah, that part.
like it did take almost 2 full months to actually get it shipped from like domestically US to US.
Yeah, that's a problem.
When it was listed as available.
Thank you for feeding us that because I'm really pleased.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Okay. A winner.
All right.
Love.
Let's move on to Wicked for Good.
Yeah.
The end, the final chapter
Yes.
on this journey. Which feels fast now. Remember when the first one came out and we
Yeah.
were like, oh my God, the next one isn't coming for
So long.
Here it is.
Here it is.
It's happening. The movie
Time
comes
is
out
flying.
later this month on the 21st. It has officially taken over everything and everyone.
Yes.
and
My
everywhere.
feed, everything.
Everything. Red carpets and gowns and Ari's new darker look. Her new darker hair.
Darker hair, darker wardrobe.
Darker wardrobe. You're right. La Roche is responsible for these red carpet looks that she's been wearing, and she looks like incredible. Don't you think? Oh no, you have a differing opinion. I'm just happy she's not in the pink.
Same. I gotta say, I think, last week we talked about Katy Perry not understanding the balance of like overexposure, too much, when to dial it back. And I think these people recognize that there was so much exposure last year and there was such a shtick that they couldn't come back with the same shtick.
They couldn't come back doing the finger holding.
The finger
and
holding,
the
they couldn't come back with the green and the pink, and they haven't.
No.
And I think that is a really refreshing switch up. If they were doing the same carbon copy as last time, we would be eye rolling all over the place.
It'd be nauseating. And remember when they did the press interviews and it was like, you're such a gift. You're a light in the world. You are beautiful. Everything you've done is perfect. Thank you so much. They're not doing any of that. They almost have lost a little bit of that codependency. It felt like they had. And they feel a little bit, while very connected and very sisterhood and lots of still deep affection and all of that, there's a little bit of autonomy now.
Yeah.
And I like it. There's some individuality happening. It's not like you did at one point you didn't know where one stopped and the other began. I'm talking about Cynthia, Erivo, and Ariana Grande.
Yeah,
now
finishing
it's like,
each other's sentences and all of that.
Yeah, they feel like siloed a little bit, which is very nice. And I agree. We needed something different this time.
Yeah.
To not be over it.
Overkill.
Yeah.
And I think Ari, she's announced that she's coming back to music. She's announced that she's going to be touring. And I think all of that, as you said, like is helping to kind of give her back her sense of identity because she lost herself in this character last year. And I think that's a little bit what we saw, right? The whole thing, like she was Glinda, start to finish, head to toe, top to bottom, the whole thing. Every cell in her body is Glinda.
She went real far.
I think we're seeing a slight, not complete, but slight return back to Ari.
So she's de-Glindaing.
I think so.
Slightly.
Yeah.
Slowly.
Shedding some of the layers.
Yeah, and she really is a true artist and
She
a true
is.
performer. So I could see how she could become so deeply immersed in this. And as we know, this was her dream of dreams.
Yes.
So she lived it, breathed it, dated the co-star, and decided, now it's time to release some of that.
Yeah. Back to her wardrobe for a second. My only hesitation is like for La Roche, I'm not bowled over by these gowns. Like I like that they're black and I like that she's changed her hair color a little bit and is like it's a little bit more dramatic. And again, a little less Glinda. But I don't love these dresses. I'm not like dying over them. And I just think, is this it?
You wanted more.
But maybe they're saving, like they are going to be continuing on this press tour for the next few weeks.
That's true.
So
and
maybe
you're right.
they're building up.
It can often be a build up and then it's like the big one. The pre-sale numbers are really great apparently.
Oh, is that right?
Pre-sale tickets are big and it's, positioned to be a huge, unsurprising box office hit.
Yes.
I am paying very close attention to these red carpets and the positioning
Yes.
of Ari and Ethan Slater.
Right.
Because there have been reports for many months that these two have broken up. They have not been seen together since April. And as we know, they did the award season last year together.
But never on the carpet together.
Never on the carpet, but inside together.
Yes.
But you're right. The carpet always had separation. The premiere in London this week had Ari, I think it was 3 cast members and then Ethan. Or maybe it was 2 cast members and then Ethan. So some separation there. But not even, I'm looking for the glances. I'm looking for the glimpse. I'm looking for the over the shoulder. I'm not seeing any of that, Cal.
No.
And I'm doing I'm looking.
You're doing God's work here.
I really am because I want to know what's going on here. And if this relationship is still intact, I don't believe it is. I think
Awkward.
very. You blew up your whole life, Ethan Slater, left
Right.
your high school sweetheart and your
And
child.
your unborn child.
Yeah.
Wasn't she pregnant or she just had the baby?
Maybe it was a brand new baby. But those are the
hideous
facts. But if in
decisions.
fact they have broken up, they have done a beautiful job of avoiding talking about it or really giving us anything to sink our teeth into, which is
Right.
why we're not getting anything.
Yeah.
Because their relationship is bad for business. Like they don't want to draw attention to the fact of the studio. Nobody wants to draw attention to the fact that these two left their partners because she left her partner too, left her husband too,
Right.
to be together.
I forgot she was married.
She was married.
Crazy.
And he was married and they left and they went to Oz and stayed in Oz together.
Right.
And it's kind of wild. So the focus really is like, don't look over there, don't look over there, look over here.
But they could also be doing that if they were together and didn't want to make it about the relationship. So like, I'm not convinced they're not together.
You're not.
No. Also, Ethan posted, so they had that special on TV last week. He posted a carousel in honor of that special. And in that, there was a photo of them together in a photo booth.
Saw.
And then there was a photo of her in the Glinda ball descending from the ceiling.
So
felt like a bit of a tribute to her.
Okay.
So I don't know.
I think
they've always been a little bit private. I could see them being together and not wanting to make it all about that and therefore trying to get some separation on the carpet, which they've always done anyways.
Yes, I think that was his way of just kind of trying to
like quell the gossip. Fair.
And I also, if there are, there's lots of rumors saying that they have been on and off for several months. Maybe that was an on week. If she's...
Or maybe he's wanting it to be an on week.
Yes, because this man
worships her
and risked it all.
Risked it all.
And Ari is nothing if not a chameleon who loves to transform into another something.
Oh, yeah.
So when this is done, and we are getting close to this being done,
yeah,
and we do see, her, shedding some of this, as you said.
Yeah.
I've said it, this man isn't going to stand the test of time.
No.
It's not going to happen.
And nor should he. I mean, I'm trying to find the thing, when like your friend is dating someone new and they bring them around and you're like, you know what? I get it. I get why you love this person. I get why you're attracted to this person. Or like you're really looking for that.
You want it.
Yeah. For that connection to understand, how they're tethered. I look at this man and I cannot find one attractive quality. Literally, physically, personality,
right,
mannerisms,
nothing.
Fashion. I'm looking hard.
You are.
I'm looking as hard as you were looking for their glances to each other. I'm looking at him trying to find what Ariana Grande finds attractive about Ethan Slater. Cannot find it.
Cannot find it.
Cannot find it.
Okay, but I have seen lots of people who felt like you did, watched the special, the movie that
and
came
changed
out,
their mind,
and they are saying, I get it now.
Okay, well, this is the only thing I haven't watched in history of watching.
Maybe
so
you need that.
Maybe I need to
watch that and get back to us and let us know if there's something that sparks us something.
I love homework.
I know you do. More content for the treadmill. That's what we're giving you.
Exactly. Okay, I'll get on it and I'll let you know.
Okay. I'm excited for this movie, I have to say.
Yeah,
I'm
me
looking
too.
forward to it. Yeah,
are the girls excited?
Yes, they are. Yeah, they are.
Because they loved the first one.
They did.
Yeah.
So this will be a really special little family moment. Well, that comes out. Wicked for Good comes out on the 21st.
Amazing.
Yes.
Can't wait.
We have got a special treat for you now. Yay.
Yay.
So we had the chance, as we mentioned, to chat with Nessie and Juliet Angus from the Real Housewives of London.
Mm-hmm.
Callie, as you know, is a connoisseur of all the housewives.
Yes.
And this show is like, whoa.
They came in hot.
Woo!
I think I've said it's the strongest Housewives debut, I think, of any season and any franchise I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's wild.
They really brought the heat.
They did. And the fighting and the drama. It's fantastic.
Yes.
I'm all in. Season 1 and all of the reunion shows are available now on Hey You. And here's the interview. Enjoy
it.
Well, we're so excited to talk to you both. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having us. This is fun.
So fun.
Wonderful. We love this show. We love this cast. Never have we seen a new iteration, a new cast of Housewives come out so hot.
So hot. What do you think it is about this cast and this franchise that differentiates you from all of the other franchises out there?
I think it's different because there's friendship and history. Some of the shows don't work, aren't as great when there isn't deep-rooted friendships and turmoil in friendships. And we had that with Juliet and Panthea, me and Amanda. Juliet and Nessie have known each other for a long time. I've known Nessie for a couple of years. Juliet was my neighbor when I first moved here 15 years ago to London in Chelsea. Like we're connected,
Yeah. And I would say also, first of all, to second all of that, definitely, I think that it's so special. But having not watched and not been so familiar with the Housewives franchise prior to getting into this show, I couldn't tell you what would make it different. But the only thing I could say is that we had the most incredible production team. You're relinquishing control of your life and handing it over to these people who are like,
yeah,
we're going to take, we're going to make this great. And now watching it back, which we have done for the first time, along with everyone else, you see how talented Hey You are. You see how talented the production team are. And, I'm so proud to be part of the franchise, but part of the London one specifically.
You have such a beautiful accent.
Yeah, you really do. Nessie, you have baked for the Queen, which is, I imagine, a very stressful thing to do. But what is more stressful, baking for the Queen or a picnic with these ladies?
Oh my goodness, hands down the picnic with the ladies. Are you joking? Like, send me to the royal kitchen anytime. You just never know what you're going to get when you're with these girls. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I know what I'm doing in the kitchen. I know how to execute a cake. I know how to be a perfectionist. But you walk into any scenario with these girls and you have no idea what is going to happen on the other side.
Absolutely. Well, you're very cool and collected.
Uh-huh.
Juliet, you have talked a lot about your friendship with Lindsay Lohan. We would love to know what kind of advice she gave you as you entered into this new franchise and this new era in television.
Yeah, she just messaged me this weekend saying she watched it and she wrote, "I just finished it. Oh my God." And I said, "Who's your favorite besides me?" And she goes, "Obviously, you're amazing on it." She said, "But thank God Nessie's on this with me." She said, "Nessie's cute and I like Karen."
Oh, I love that.
Oh, that's great.
That's so fun.
Nessie, you have really mastered the art of staying Switzerland, but also saying what needs to be said when it needs to be said and delivering it in a way that is like, it is palatable and it's easy to receive. How have you mastered that? Because you could actually host like a TED Talk or a master class on doing that.
It's called motherhood with multiple children with different personalities. You know, I think I really take into consideration the emotions and what I try to put myself into their position. And I really don't like to see anyone hurt or upset. But also I do feel like as a good friend, I would want to know if I've done something wrong, or I do try to receive criticism quite well. And so I want my friends to tell me when I'm in a position or give me their opinion on things. Sometimes it's not warranted. Sometimes people don't want to hear it, but I will offer it and you can take it or leave it. It's up to you.
Absolutely. Well, we would love to play a couple of games with you guys. I know we have a short amount of time, so we want to get to the fun stuff. We'd love to do a rapid fire game to start with called Righty-O or Hell No. So we're going to throw some scenarios at you guys, and we would love both of your answers for whether it's a righty-o for you or a hell no for you. These might sound a little familiar based on some of the happenings and the goings on in the season. Mm-hmm. Righty-o or hell no, borrowing clothes?
Rightio.
Rightio.
Okay. Hosting friends to promote your business. Righty-o or hell no?
Rightio.
Rightio.
You have to.
If you can't have your friends support you, like, you know what I mean?
Agree.
Absolutely. Fair. Having tough conversations at another friend's event.
Hell no. There's a time and a place.
How about sending a bill after you've agreed to take friends on a vacation? Righty-o or hell no?
I would say it's a hell no for me.
Juliet?
I mean, well, I'm righty-o. I'm fine paying an extra incidental bill. I mean, you know what I mean? It's like not everything has to be taken care of.
Right. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. So fun. Okay, now we've got one more game, this or that. All right, so we're going to give you two options, and you just choose which one?
Your favorite.
Your favorite. Hot dog or bangers and mash? Which one?
Hot dog from Chicago.
Nessie?
Bangers and mash.
Okay.
Nice.
She's British.
Here's a toughie. Harry or William?
William.
William.
Wow, nice. Pub drinks or a gala dinner?
Pub drinks. I love the pub.
Yeah, I would say pub drinks.
Ladies, thank you so much. This is such a pleasure. We have loved this season. The full first season of The Real Housewives of London is available on HeyYou now.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ladies, so much. Great to meet you.
Thank you.
You guys are so cute.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.